I'm the executive director of RESNET, and what RESNET is a national nonprofit organization that sets the standards of quality for home energy ratings. We'll go a little bit more what those are. But I want to leave one quick thought with you, and that is energy efficiency is one of the keys of unlocking affordable housing. The price of heating and cooling the home is the highest cost of housing outside of the mortgage loan. And if you thought we had high energy costs for housing, wait till you see this winter. America is confronting a serious energy crisis. We've witnessed it this summer with the price of gasoline at the pump. We're going to experience it in heating costs this winter. And Americans are looking for solutions. And I think by and large, we all know we can't drill our way out of this. And so I think what they're going to be doing is consumers are going to look towards how do I resolve this issue? And you have a really important role because you're the frontline contact to a person making a decision of buying a home. And why this is so important is a couple of contexts that you should know that should help you. The first is we all have seen the issue of concern of climate, outside of energy prices, but climate change. One of the things that RESNET is pounding on the mortgage industry is that we just change the way that we look at housing cost. Currently, as you all know, a mortgage loan considers housing through PITI, principal, interest, taxes, insurance. What we're advocating is you take your PITI but subtract the monthly energy savings, and that gives the actual expensive housing cost for that home. And then the next factor is, and this is the dream down the path, as we see ourselves going into a national climate cap and trade regime in the U.S., the idea that the flow of the savings that you do to meet those goals can be monetized and help to finance the improvements. For those in the East Coast, you should really pay attention as your states adopt what's called the RGGI initiative, which is it's a regional cap and trade. The legislation specifically states that energy efficiency is recognized as an offset. The idea, if we can put this into the play, in that if a homeowner reduces their energy use, they could actually get some monetary reward and monetizes that savings to the homeowner. But being the pragmatic side, I think that the challenge that John said in the next 36 months, I'd like to pass the challenge to you. The first is there's a list of things I'd like you to consider about doing. The first is go to our website, resnet.us, and consider becoming certified as a home energy survey professional. It's there, you can look at it, make that make sense, and that way you could kill two birds with one stone. The second one is then make a relationship with your raters in your community, because there's going to be a point where you're selling homes, the expertise and cost may not what you want, but just at least you can figure out which customers need it. And you can go to our website for a listing of raters across the country, or I know there's 2 firms here in the next area that has, that's there. You can talk about how you do that. So get to know your energy rater. The whole idea about the memorandum of agreement is to try to make it so much more seamless so the raters can expect you and you can expect from them and work together better. The next piece is educate. Most of you, how many of you here have relationships with a lender of one form or another? I would say if you ask them this one question when you come back, do you offer an energy improvement mortgage? And you know what the answer you're going to get? Huh, what? Doesn't exist. We have on our website the underwriting guidelines for the mortgage industry, Fannie, Freddie, FHA, V8, that shows how do you do it. I would like you, when you get back to your offices, to print that out, submit it to them, and say, if I bring customers to you, will you underwrite these loans? Now you have a partner. And again, we're talking about making improvements in the value of up to 15% of the appraised value of the home with no additional down payment and no additional income to qualify for. And then the final piece is, and the most important piece, is don't hide your light, don't hide what you have. Educate your consumer, your customer, of what all this means. So again, in the challenge, if you could do this in the next 36 months, I think you'll be well on the way your process. And I think if I had to prioritize, I think I would first educate yourself about these these mortgage products, and then educate your lender partner that you can do it and make sure they do it, because then you have a service that you can offer your customers that most realtors don't.